Hey, Coach. Last game, you talked about how you've basically just thrown PG into the fire with the pick and roll reps as a passer in order to get him and everyone else ready for the playoffs. How do you think he did tonight on that front as a passer out of the pick and roll?
He did a great job. I thought, when he was in the drop coverage, he took advantage of getting downhill, getting into the paint. And then when he started blitzing, I thought he made the right pass and read every single time. So, like I said, just continue to keep getting better at that, keep sharing the basketball. And, 2 nights ago, 35 assists and 34 assists tonight. So it's infectious. And when we're moving the basketball like that, we're tough to beat.
We'll move over to
Hey, Ty, PG started the season so hot, and then he had the toe injury and kind of learned how to manage it. But now he scored 30 in like 4 straight games. How is this the hottest groove you've seen him in so far? And what have you seen from him that just is making him play so well right now?
I think, early on in the season, this is the way he was playing, and like I said, finally getting healthy and, able to attack, get downhill, get into the paint, dunking the basketball, finishing at the rim. So, making all the right passes and reads out of the pick and roll. And he's been great, so like I said, he's getting healthy. And, when he's playing at a high level like this, we're a tough team.
We'll move over to Tamir.
Hey, Ty, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
I know you said the 34 assists impressed you, but did Nick Batum's 5 blocks impress you even more?
Yeah, they call him Nick Gobert after the game. But, we had a lot of those hustle plays, Tomer. Reggie had a couple, Terrence Mann had a couple, Nico just getting back in transition, getting stops, when we had a disadvantage. And, I thought early on in the game, that first 8 minutes of the game, we were really tired. So I thought we had to just fight through the fatigue, be mentally tougher. And we just kept telling the guys, I know we're a little fatigued. We just got to play through it. We get to the second half, we get our second win. And like I said, I just thought a lot of guys, did a lot of, great things. Terrence Mann was great off the bench. I thought Pat gave us some great minutes at the backup 5. And Marcus, in that third quarter, just to give PG a little rest to be able to post him and for him to come through the way he did was huge for us as well.
Let's move over to Cameron Buford.
Hey, good evening, Coach. Great win. You mentioned it right there. I was going to ask you, Marcus has kind of been sliding under the radar here with the big play of everybody else, Paul George specifically, but he just continues to be consistent for you guys. And I was going to ask you just elaborate on what Marcus has brought to you, that kind of silent assassin, if you will, because everybody else has big games. He's just been really consistent. Do you see it that way?
Yeah, I do. I just think that, the way he shoots the basketball, we all know that. But being able to post him, especially when PG or Kawhi, one of those guys are out, he becomes our second main scorer. So just make sure we give him the right amount of touches, keep him engaged in the game, play through him, a little bit. And we was able to do that in that third quarter. Like I said, he was able to carry us in that third quarter, which allowed PG to get some rest and also allowed us to get PG out early in that third quarter with 3 minutes to go in the third so he can rest to start the fourth quarter. So Marcus's play was very huge. And like I say, he is flying under the radar, but, he's been producing for us at a high level.
We'll move over to Law.
Hey, Ty, you mentioned before the game the philosophy of this team as far as balancing, pushing for the playoffs and getting guys rest, not overcompensating. 6th straight win now. You had a 6-game win streak earlier. Are games like this, do they validate your feeling about it doesn't matter really who's out there, just as long as the habits are building and you're going out there to win games anyway?
Yeah, you're not going to win every game, Law. And, our biggest thing is we want to continue, like you said, to build the right habits of sharing the basketball, moving the ball, defensively having a defensive mindset and understanding our foundation. And, that's what's the most important thing to me. Like, it's going to be wins and losses, but we're playing the game the right way, I can live with it. So, just continue to keep building the good habits, no matter who's on the floor. Just play the game the right way, and like we've been teaching all year. So, hats off to these guys. Really starting to pick it up. Really starting to, do the things we've been trying to incorporate over the last 5 months. And we got to continue to get better for this last month of the season.
So let's move over to Pavy. I pronounced that right.
You kind of just spoke on it, and not asking you to compare rosters or to compare players, but you've coached championship teams before, and we're halfway through we're basically at the end, close to the end of the season now. What ingredients do you see in a championship team that you see in this team?
I think our mindset. I think after All-Star break, coming back and understanding, if we wanted to be good, if we wanted to compete for a championship going into the playoffs, then we gotta do things the right way. And we had a lot of injuries, the first half of the season, and even the second part. But my biggest thing and my biggest message was that we gotta just make sure we're building the right habits, playing the right way every single night. And every game is not gonna be perfect, and we understand that. But if you have the intentions on playing the right way and doing the right things, then you can live with the results. And I think our guys are really bought in. I think they understand what we're looking for now on a night-to-night basis. I think the addition of Rondo, be able to run that second unit and help with Nico and help when PG comes back in with that second unit has been phenomenal for us as well.
Move over to Shane Young.
Hey, Ty, it seemed as if the pace was really high tonight, especially in that first half. Was that a point of emphasis, or was that important for you guys to do, especially on the road?
Well, their pace is high, so we got to keep up a little bit, Shane, as much as we could. And we wanted to push the tempo and try to attack early as well, because they do a good job of mixing up the defenses. They run, 2-3 zone, they run a box and one, they run triangle and two. So we wanted to push the ball and push the pace to try to, take advantage and score early before they're able to get their defense set. Like I said, our guys, we did that, and then when we had to execute in the half court, I thought we did a pretty good job with that as well.
We'll take a few more. We'll move over to Andrew, and then we'll close out with Miriam.
Paul was Paul was so hot early on, 23 in the first half. Was there, because you've been around, stars this long, great offensive players, I'm wondering if you have almost like a sixth sense for when a guy is going to get hot. Like, was there a play in that first half where you felt like this could be his night where he might dominate?
No, I really didn't. I mean, he's been playing at a high level, like I said, all year outside of when he, got injured. But, I think Paul just taking what the defense is giving him. I think he's been in a good groove, a good rhythm. When they was in their deep drops or playing it one-on-one, he was taking his shots. In the second half, when they blitzed, he was making the right pass and right plays for other guys to get shots and opportunities. So just taking what the defense gives him, just slowing it down. I think getting the ball in his spots, we was able to operate. And then, like I said, Rondo with that second unit, being able to play with him a little bit as well, just getting him easy shots in transition and be able to deliver the ball on time and on target when he has open shots.
Hey, Ty, I just want to, you guys get Detroit right away again tomorrow after just having him. Obviously you had success against them a couple nights ago, but how strange is that to kind of have this sort of schedule?
We've been dealing with it all year. We had a great schedule, being home for 17 days. So can't really complain about, what we have thrown in front of us now. We just got to be ready, to play tomorrow. Like I said, they played us tough at home. I thought they got a little too comfortable early on in the game. It was hard to shut them off when we try to ramp it up. So, this team runs a lot of good offense, tomorrow. So we got to make sure we're locked in and coming in with a defensive approach and a defensive mindset.